Imagine this: you've been working hard in your career, but you feel like you're stuck. You're not reaching your full potential and you're not making the impact you want to make. You want to be a leader, but you're not sure how to get there. You're not alone in this feeling, and the good news is that there's a solution. The solution is in the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. This book has helped thousands of people become better leaders, and it can help you too. It's a guide that will teach you how to be a leader, no matter what your current position or title is. It's a guide that will teach you how to inspire and motivate others, how to be a problem solver and a decision maker, how to build a team, and how to achieve your goals. This book is not only about leadership, it's about how to make a difference in your life, in your workplace, and in the world. This book is not only for managers and CEOs, it's for anyone who wants to be a leader in their own life, whether that's in their career, their community, or their family. We invite you to join us in this journey, as we dive deep into the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, and learn how to become the leader you always wanted to be. 1. The Law of the Lid. This law states that leadership ability determines a person's level of effectiveness. A practical example of this would be a manager who has excellent technical skills but lacks leadership abilities. They will hit a ceiling in terms of their effectiveness and success within the company. 2. The Law of Influence. This law states that leadership is not about position or title, but about the ability to influence others. A practical example of this would be a team member who has no formal leadership role but is able to inspire and motivate their peers to work towards a common goal. 3. The Law of Process. This law states that leadership develops daily, not in a day. A practical example of this would be a new manager who sets aside time each day to work on developing their leadership skills and abilities, rather than expecting to become a great leader overnight. 4. The Law of Navigation. This law states that the leader is the one who charts the course. A practical example of this would be a CEO who takes a hands-on approach in setting the direction and strategy for the company. 5. The Law of Addition. This law states that a leader's value is determined by the value they bring to others. A practical example of this would be a manager who is always looking for ways to add value to their team members, through mentoring, coaching, and providing opportunities for growth and development. 6. The Law of Solid Ground. This law states that a leader must have a strong foundation to build upon. A practical example of this would be a CEO who has a clear vision and mission for the company, as well as a solid understanding of the industry, the market, and the company's strengths and weaknesses. 7. The Law of Respect. This law states that a leader must earn respect from their followers. A practical example of this would be a manager who leads by example, and always acts with integrity, honesty, and fairness. 8. The Law of Intuition. This law states that a leader must trust their intuition. A practical example of this would be a CEO who is able to make quick and decisive decisions, even when there is no clear path forward, because they trust their intuition and instincts. 9. The Law of Magnetism. This law states that a leader must have a strong presence and charisma. A practical example of this would be a leader who is able to inspire and motivate others with their energy and enthusiasm. 10. The Law of Connection. This law states that a leader must be able to connect with their followers. A practical example of this would be a manager who is able to understand and empathize with their team members, and build strong relationships based on trust and understanding. 11. The Law of the Inner Circle. This law states that a leader's potential is determined by those closest to them. A practical example of this would be a CEO who surrounds themselves with a strong and capable leadership team, allowing the company to reach its full potential. 12. The Law of Empowerment. This law states that only secure leaders give power to others. A practical example of this would be a manager who trusts and empowers their team members to make decisions, leading to a more engaged and productive team. 13. The law of the picture. This law states that people do what people see. A practical example of this would be a leader who sets a positive example for their team by showing up on time, being professional, and being a good listener, which inspires their team to do the same. 14. The law of buy-in. This law states that people buy into the leader, then the vision. A practical example of this would be a team leader who spends time building strong relationships with their team members, gaining their trust and support for the team's goals and objectives. 15. The law of victory. This law states that leadership is not about being in charge, it's about taking charge. A practical example of this would be a team member who steps up to lead a project when the assigned leader is unavailable, and successfully guiding the team to completion. 16. The law of the big mo. This law states that momentum is a leader's best friend. A practical example of this would be a leader who knows how to capitalize on a period of positive momentum, and uses it to achieve their goals and objectives. 17. The law of priorities. This law states that leaders understand that activity is not necessarily accomplishment. A practical example of this would be a manager who prioritizes the most important tasks and projects, rather than getting bogged down in busy work. 18. The law of sacrifice. This law states that a leader must give up to go up. A practical example of this would be a CEO who is willing to cut unprofitable products or services in order to focus on the ones that are generating revenue and growth for the company. 19. The law of timing. This law states that when to lead is as important as what to do and where to go. A practical example of this would be a leader who knows when to make a decision or take action, rather than waiting for the perfect moment. 20. The law of explosive growth. This law states that to add growth, lead followers; to multiply, lead leaders. A practical example of this would be a manager who focuses on developing the leadership potential of their team members, leading to explosive growth for the team and the company. 21. The law of legacy. This law states that a leader's lasting value is measured by succession. A practical example of this would be a CEO who focuses on developing a strong leadership pipeline, ensuring the company's success for years to come. Thank you for watching our video on the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. We hope that you found the information shared in the video to be helpful and that you feel more confident in your ability to lead and inspire others. Remember, the strategies and techniques outlined in the book can be applied to a variety of situations and can help you achieve your goals and improve your leadership skills. The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership is a valuable resource for anyone looking to become a more effective leader, so if you're ready to take your leadership skills to the next level, give this book a read. We hope you found this video to be helpful and we look forward to seeing you in our next video. Thanks for watching.